This is what $75 on Craigslist got me. I am very, very happy. There's only really one problem with this. The motor was not running. I tried unseizing it. I took a breaker bar on this nut up here. I don't even have this cage on here all the way. But that is a freely spinning motor with no connecting rods on either side. I've looked it on eBay. There are more money than I'd like to pay for I knock those pistons loose and then hope they don't self-destruct in a period of time. But these tires, nah, they need some pressure, but look at that. No cracks. Okay, there's a little bit of cracks up here, but they're not bad around the sides where they normally get bad. At least I'm used to seeing them. And these rear tires are in really good shape. It's a bit dark back here. The biggest problem it has, other than the motor, is this. That's separated. Not quite sure how to get that back together, but I probably could come up with something. Or even just stick the white. Nah, the white seat's actually in worse shape than that. I'd probably come up with something for that. The gear shifter works great. Transaxle's probably good. Kind of hard to tell from this end, but it's still got these covers on it. Rust damage is minimal, even on the blade deck. Oh, that engine leaked a lot of oil. I guess that's why it blew up. There's leaking oil, nobody was checking it. And there's a little bit of rust here and there, but for the most part, it's in really good shape, and it would clean up really well if I washed it. The hood's made of plastic, so I guess I'm gonna take. I'm still having issues with the carburetor in this guy. I'm not the kind of guy to just let something go, so I'm gonna get a full rebuild kit for it at some point. But let's see, 18 horsepower. What are you? 18 horsepower. All right. This carburetor should be a direct drop-in for that one and not have any tuning problems in. The only difference is this is the full pressure lubrication one with the oil filter. It's a bit older too. It's got the older style starter on it. It's bigger and has this different mounting system. Very happy though. You got to look at it like this. Motor or not, I got this for $75. Cosmetically, it's in great shape, which would help resellability. The rims are in great shape. The wheels and tires are in great shape. So that would help with it. The transaxles, with the way it feels at shifting, I got a feeling it's in good shape, but I'm gonna find out. But yeah, transaxle, you're looking at a minimum of $100 for a used one, because this is a Peerless 6-speed. And then for the starter, that's like, what, at least 70 for OEM Briggs & Stratton, not a China-matic. And then on top of that, the carburetor would be about another 40. And if I were to part this thing, this has the same chassis that, as far as mounting shit goes, that does and that does. So I could actually move this over here. It has the rear gas tank, but it's a smaller one. And all the stuff over here could be moved on that mower. So, and something I kind of like is it takes a special key to start it. So you can't just drop in any random key. That's kind of nice. That was surprisingly convenient to take off. You see there's these two wing nuts on each side. You unscrew them, pull it out, and the front end just lifts up and comes off like a Craftsman hood. I actually like this design better than a Craftsman hood. You see, if you were to, I don't know, say you were going to modify it and put a winch down here or something, you could lift up the hood without interfering with that. Although, I guess you'd have to have a way to detach the winch if you wanted to take the hood clean off, but how often do you need to do that? Because you can change the oil, change the spark plugs, and it's just hard to get to the carburetor like that. So you wouldn't have to do it all the time. The wind can eat a dick. Ah, it was over here. My lights are still plugged in. Hopefully my bulbs still work. What the fuck? The only reason this thing didn't completely blow away is because the lights are plugged in. And that's what it looks like when an engine spends its life spewing oil everywhere. There's still oil in that pulley. And this is oil-soaked grass. It was operating with oil leaking out of it. I did not know those bits separated. I thought they're like, I don't know, smashed or welded in there or something. I thought they were permanently attached. Apparently it's just been rust welding. It might be because I had it upside down, but this thing's not running how I expected it to. And we're leaking out the cylinder head. What the fuck? You're supposed to be the good motor. Why are you leaking out your cylinder head, huh? Huh. Because the choke was removed from this mower, I forgot about the whole linkage thing. So I have this rigged up here so it runs it out the choke. Alright, let's increase the throttle. Alright. Oh, come on, you're running for a second. Doesn't want to run full throttle or full choke. It doesn't want to run the choke in a chokey choke position. So I guess it needs a choke thing. So I'm probably going from a carburetor that's I think the engine is really cold. I mean, it is really cold out. I mean, that's what the hell I've been wearing for gloves. Transmission works great. I need to fully bolt in the engine. It's still running a little wonky, but I think that's because I have the choke not perfect, or it could even be a dirty carburetor. It stalls out if I rev it down, and then I have to, fuck it, I'll show you. Oh hey, it's actually idling. It's never idled before. Guess it just had to warm up. But yeah, you can see the motor shaking around. It's not in there tight enough. I do not have enough power to turn the blades on at the moment, so that's again probably a choke thing. Let's see what we can get this to do. It's so cold, the LCD's not working on my camera very well. It looks like it's running at 15 frames a second. Now remember kids, this motor ain't staying in here. I'm not giving up the full oil pressure one. That's my favorite motor. Oh, the keys on the left side, that's so weird. Alright, increase the what the hell? Alright, I think we're running without choke now. Geez, you'd think we're running without a governor either. Man, I'm not sure if the camera's fogged up or not. I think we're running. Just doesn't sound right. I smell burning. Probably a belt. What does it mean when you go to check your oil and this happens? I never put the crankcase breather through this, and I guess I'll start it back up. Weird. This thing's not running right. I think I figured out our smoke problem. There's definitely water in the oil. When oil turns white, there's water in it. So I'll have to flush this thing, and probably should drain the gas tank too, because it might have came from there. The engine spent a lot of time outside though, so could have came from getting rained on. So this thing will actually, I have the choke held straight down. It's running okay like this. Try it again. Where the hell's the jumper? Actually, no. Well, I'll just wait a minute. This thing's charging. I'll just come put this inside. Sure is warm out here on the John Deere. By the way, it's between 5:30 and 6 o'clock right now, so it's not all that late. So it's not like, oh, it's the coldest point of the day. It's going to get a lot colder. Are you not charging, you asshole? You see how well you start when it's 10 degrees out. Yeah. What the fuck? Probably should quit running this thing.